All right, let's talk about something that sounds, well, pretty intense: drilling into ductile iron pipe. I know, it sounds like a challenge, but trust me, with the right know-how and the right tools, it's a job you can absolutely nail. So let's get right into it. Okay, so picture this. You've got this solid, tough as nails ductile iron pipe staring back at you. The big question is, how in the world do you get a clean, perfect hole in it? Without cracking the whole thing or just shredding through a bunch of drill bits. Well, don't worry, we're going to break it all down step by step. So, first things first, you might be wondering, why would I ever need to do this? And that's a fair question. This isn't just some random project for fun. There are some really important, real-world reasons why you'd need to drill into one of these pipes. And these applications are super practical. For instance, you could be branching off a new water line, and for that, you've got to install new fittings. Or maybe you just need to create an access point to take a look inside for an inspection. In big water or gas systems, you might even drill a hole for something like pressure relief, or to pop in a sensor to keep an eye on the flow rate. In every single one of these cases, you need a hole that's clean and precise. No room for error. Okay, hold on. Before we even think about plugging in a drill, we need to talk about prep. Getting your tools and, more importantly, your safety gear ready. Look, this isn't optional. It's the absolute foundation. If you skip this, you're setting yourself up for a real headache. Let me be crystal clear about this. Safety is completely non-negotiable. You're going to have little bits of metal flying around, so safety glasses, they're a must. And the edge of that hole you just drilled, razor sharp. So you definitely need protective gloves. But look at that last point, sturdy clamps. This is huge. Making sure that pipe is locked down and can't move an inch, that is just as critical for your safety as wearing glasses. A wobbly pipe is just asking for trouble. Okay, let's talk hardware. You can't just grab any old drill bit from your toolbox for this. Nope. Ductile iron is incredibly tough, so you need the heavy hitters, bits made from cobalt or carbide. They're specifically designed for chewing through hard metals. Now, if you're making a bigger hole, a metal-specific hole saw is going to be your best friend. And please, do not forget the cutting oil. We'll see just how critical that is in a minute. And a good deburring tool to get a nice, clean finish. All right, everything's in place, we are prepped, and we are ready to go. So, let's get to the main event, the actual drilling. We're going to walk through this whole thing together, right from the very first mark to that perfect, finished hole. But before we hit the go button, there is one thing, a golden rule, a mantra you have to burn into your brain. And it is slow, steady speed with light pressure. I'm serious. If you try to rush this or just jam the drill into the pipe, you're going to snap your bit or, even worse, crack the pipe itself. You have to let the tool do the work for you. So, step one is all about prep. It's got 3 simple parts. First, clamp that pipe down so it cannot move. I mean, zero wobble. Second, you always start with a small pilot bit. Think of it like this. It creates a perfect little guide, so when you come in with the bigger bit, your final hole ends up exactly where you want it. And third, get that cutting oil on the spot before you even start. It's going to protect your bit and the pipe from all the heat. Okay, time for action. Let's execute. Go ahead and drill that pilot hole, and remember the mantra: slow speed, light pressure. As soon as you're through, stop. Switch out to your final, larger drill bit or your hole saw, and then you do the exact same thing, slow and steady, and keep that cutting oil coming to keep things cool. Consistency is absolutely everything here. So, drilling the hole, that's half the battle. But what really separates a beginner from a pro is knowing what to do when things don't go perfectly. So let's talk about the common pitfalls you might run into, and, more importantly, how to solve them. Your number one enemy in this whole process is heat. All that friction creates a ton of it, and heat can literally weaken or even warp the iron. The solution, thankfully, is pretty simple. Use your coolant. A steady application of cutting oil works like magic. It just pulls the heat away from the drill point, saving both your bit and the pipe. All right, this is the big one. This is what everyone is afraid of: cracking the pipe. Look, ductile iron is tough, but it is not indestructible. If you try to muscle through it and push too hard, you are risking a major crack. So what's the solution? You guessed it. It's our mantra again: light, steady pressure. Let the sharpness of the bit do the work, not your muscles. Here's just a plain fact: ductile iron will eat cheap drill bits for breakfast. You can't completely avoid wear and tear on your bits, but you can definitely fight back. And how do you do that? By investing in high-quality cobalt or carbide bits. Seriously, don't think of it as an expense. It's a smart investment that is going to save you a ton of time and a massive headache. And you're through. You've got a perfect hole. Awesome. But wait, Don't start packing up your tools just yet. A truly professional job isn't finished until the finishing touches are done. These last steps are what make it safe and make it last. So here's your final checklist for a pro-level finish. Number 1, grab a file or a deburring tool and smooth out those sharp edges around the hole. That's a huge safety step. Number 2, clean up everything. Get rid of all those little metal shavings and any leftover oil. And number 3, and this is so important, apply an anti-corrosion coating. You've just exposed raw iron to the air, and if you don't protect it, it's going to rust. Simple as that. So when you boil it all down, what's the secret sauce here? It's actually a pretty simple formula. The right tools, we're talking good carbide bits, solid clamps, plus a steady hand and just a little bit of patience. That combo right there, that's your ticket to getting this done right every single time. You know, mastering a skill like this really proves a point. Even the toughest materials out there become manageable when you have the right knowledge. So now that you've got this in your back pocket, it really just leaves one question, doesn't it? What's the next big technical skill you're going to go out and master?